Oh wait, you wanted me to go over what, 14? Okay. What I did was, and actually I think I screwed it up yesterday. When I distributed the 3 and the video, I think I forgot to multiply the 3 and the 4, and I actually put 4 down. Is that what's confusing you by any chance? Yeah, it should have been -12, and you should have got x equal 14. That was my fault yesterday. Thank you for bringing that up. Do you still want me to go through it? Yeah, because we want them to be the same. So that's equal. Did you guys get 16? I think I asked you to do some on your own. What'd you get for 16? 56? I thought you were. Add up all the angles together. X plus 4 plus angle B is 2x plus angle C is, and what does it equal? 180. Okay. Angles of a triangle add up to 180. Okay. Combine like terms. X, 2x, and positive 2x is 5x. Plus 4, plus 1, plus 5. Subtract 5 from both sides. X equals 175. And divide by 5. Let's see, 17 divided by 5, there's 3, that's 15, leaves me with 2, 25, 35. Did you guys get 18? Did you try 18? Yeah, this is one of those where you're going to show a proportion, so might as well set up a proportion, right? And I taught you a little trick about this. I told you fill in your labels first, and then go back and put your numbers in. So the price of a bag of peaches varies directly with the cost per pound. 3 pounds, so I'm going to have pounds, of peaches cost $2.60. So there's my money. Just keep everything the same across. Pounds, money. And then let's go back in and fill in. 3 pounds at $2.60. How much would 5.5 pounds cost? So the missing is the dollar amount. Put your X there. So just cross multiplying south. 3x equals 5.5 times 2.60. Here's your handy dandy calculators. Let's see, 5.5 times 260 gives me 14.3. Divide by 3. So each pound, or actually 5.5 pounds, is going to cost $4.77. Is that fuzzy to you, or is it my eyesight? Oh, much better. All right, page 3. Inequalities. If it's greater than or equal to, what is it? Yeah, ors. Okay. In fact, they're up on the board. Number 20 is easy because they tell you it's an and problem. Okay, or, let's do 19. Subtract 2 from both sides. I get 2x is greater than or equal to negative 4 minus 2, negative 6. Divide by 2. Now, don't flip the sign because you have a negative number. It's what you're dividing it by. Okay, we're dividing it by a positive, so leave the sign as is. Open or close circle? Closed. Since my variable's on the left-hand side, just follow the arrow. You could either do it like this or like that. I don't care. When you get to compound inequalities, that's where you need your ands and ors, right? Let's see, we got 2 of them to solve. So what am I going to do first? Subtract 3. I get 2x less than or equal to 11 minus 3 is 8. Divide by 2. Excellent. Now, ands are going to look like in between, right? Okay, we're going to add 3 to both sides. I get 2x greater than negative 5 plus 3, negative 2. Divide by 2. So x is greater than negative 1, correct. Okay, so we have a closed circle at 4 because of the equal sign. We have an open circle at negative 1, shade in between. Okay, that's a compound because I have 2 of them. This was just a linear. What do I know about vertical angles? They are equal. So what am I going to do with their measurements? Equal to each other. Subtract 3x from both sides. I get 1 equals x plus 3, and then subtract 3 from both sides. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2. It's going to equal my x. Uh, 22, be careful. Don't set those equal to 180. Many students think, well, this is the size of the triangle, I'll just set it equal to 180. They're not, yeah, they're not, there's no specific length for perimeter, okay? They give us the perimeter. So I'm going to take x plus 2x plus 3x plus 1. That equals our perimeter, 73. All right, combine like terms and solve. 1x, 3x, 6x plus 1. Subtract 1. 6x equals 72. Divide by 6. I suppose that equation I should have put there. So x equals 12. Alright, I think I'll start doing the odds, because it looks like the evens is a replica. Alright, 23. I already did 21. Pan has 52 tapes in her collection, so whatever it is, it's going to equal 52. This is 3/4 as many as Bill has. Write an algebraic equation for this situation. Do we know how many Bill has? So that's our x. There's our equation.
Can you just multiply 4 and divide by 3?
Pardon me?
Can you just multiply by 4 and divide by 3?
Yeah. Same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. Does it say we have to solve? No, it just says write an equation. I'm done. 25 and 26, I think I'll let you guys do. You could write it, well, you want the initial equation. That's what you're going to get graded on. And this is the setup of the equation. When you start putting 3x equals 4 times 52, you're starting to solve it. We're not looking for how to solve it. We know how to solve it. Setting it up is the concept. Again, this is an and. So you guys are going to do the in between, right? This is an or, so your graph should look like that. You guys can do those. 27 was the second to the last thing we did. Now make sure they're in y equals mx plus b form. Okay, we spend an awful lot of time solving for y too. Now, I'm going to rewrite this in mx plus b form. Here, our slope has to be 0 because it's not showing up with our 2. So our slope is 0. Our y-intercept is 2. This is where it crosses the axis. Slope is 0. So I'm going to go up or down 0. But my y is always going to be 2. And horizontal line at 2. Dotted or dashed? This is dotted because, oh, I'm sorry, there's an equal sign. Solid because of the equal sign. Do I shade up or down? Above or below? Above because it's greater than. Okay. You guys can do 28.
Can we? Are you sure?
I'll do 29. Find the slope from the table. Just pick two numbers, or two ordered pairs. I'm going to pick this ordered pair and this ordered pair. Okay. You can pick any two ordered pairs you want. It's my x1, y1. x2, y2. So I've got my slope is going to equal 8 minus my y1, which is 1, over my x2, 7, minus my x1 is 5. 7 over 2. Guys, simplify it. There's still a lot of you not simplifying your fractions. Make sure it's simplified. What's the slope of a vertical line? Undefined. Vertical is undefined. Let's see, you can do 33, scratch 34, 35, rate of change. 37, you scratch.
37 scratch. Okay, I'll get rid of 37.
Okay, we could do 35. 1996, there were 161 area codes in the U.S. 2007, there were 215. Find the rate of change from 96 to 07. Remember to label. Okay, so 1996. So it's going to be the change of area codes over the change of years, right? Okay. I don't care which one you call put in first, but whatever you put in first on the bottom or top, make sure you do them in both places. So I'm going to go from 96. I'm going to put my 2007 first. No, you could do it the other way. Just make sure that you put, the top ones in the same order. So 96, there were 161, so I'm going to put it above my 96. 2007, there were 215. 7. See how they're lined up?
Yes.
215 minus 161. Let's see, 454. 2007 minus 1996. 11, right? Make sure you put these in the calculator and get a decimal for the rate of change. And I know I screwed that up on yours the other day, Ethan, but it's my fault. 54 divided by 11, so 4.91. So let's just say 5 area codes, huh? 5 area codes per year. You guys know how to do from point to point, find slopes? Count, up or down, rise over run. Down. They're asking for BA. Yep, they're asking for the slope of this line. That's correct. Don't worry about 37. Scratch it. Last page. Um, 38. You have to solve for y. Correct?
Wrong.
Because you want it in y equals mx plus b form. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And I get negative 3y equals negative 2x. I'm putting my x term first. Minus 6. I would, because that's the form they wanted in. Then I have to do what?
But it doesn't have to be that way, does it?
Nope, but you're going to mess things up if you don't. Divide each term by the coefficient negative 3. Okay, so I get y equals, no, you're dividing, be careful. Leave it as 2/3, okay? I'm going to pull the x out because that's in the numerator. Negative 6 divided by negative 3, positive 2, okay? So what's my slope?
Obviously 4.
It's the coefficient of x. 2/3. What's my y-intercept? 2. 39, there is a question on the final about x and y intercepts. Whenever we ran into a problem like this, we always just solve for y. I'm not even going to count it against you, to tell you the truth. We shouldn't even teach this anymore. I'm not, when you get to that question on the final, well, huh? Well, we don't use it anymore. You'll see it in calculus, maybe. I'll tell you what, let's do a solve for y. Okay? So let's subtract 6x. So I get 3y equals negative 6x plus 12. And then divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. So y is going to equal, what'd you say? Negative 2x plus 4. Yeah. I'll have to change that on the final. Well, I can't. I would have to get approval. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll just give you the answer. I'm not getting. Yeah, I'm recording. I can't say. Okay, so you guys remember how to graph a line? Graph your y-intercept first. 2. My slope is the coefficient of x. Negative 1/2. Crosses the line at 2. Down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. Or I could go up 1 to the left 2. Huh? No, this is not an inequality, so it's just a line. If it was an inequality like less than, I would shade underneath. Because, I don't know. We just, and mathematicians just like letters for slope. It's a good question. Have to research that.
Why didn't you do that?
Number 43. Given 6x minus 3y equals 12, explain in words 2 different ways to graph the line by hand without using technology. Well, the first way and only way you know how to do it is to solve for y. (42). It's undefined slope, so what kind of line do you have? Vertical.
Pretty much it.
Huh?
Pretty much the other one.
Yeah, I don't.
Stand for modulus scale.
That could be.
Or it says French, the word decline was
That could. Who invented? Who found the slope? Was that Descartes or?
yeah.
So that probably makes more sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to ask a Bruce. I'll see if she knows.
Descartes, but Descartes did not invent
Two
it.
down. Huh?
Descartes did not use that.
Oh, he didn't.
No. It says Descartes did not use mathematical certainly. Mathematical historian said this
A
time.
lot of things in math. That's the way it ended up.
Yeah.
Negative 6 divided by negative 3 is positive 2. Positive 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. B is negative 4. And my slope is 2. Two over 1. That's the only way you know how to do it. So you only have to do one way.
I just wrote the answer.
44, solve for y first. And I'll let you guys do the ones I didn't do. And I'll go over those tomorrow. Sound like a plan? You should get them done before you leave.
Why is there no B? Mr. D?
I'm sorry, one more time, Joey. I put it over 1 to make it a fraction. Yeah, up to the right one.
Mr. D, couldn't you just add 3 y to one side and subtract 12 and then do? Wouldn't it be the other way?
No, the other way is